Hello. All right. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is pushing to make things happen quick, fast. So, this rush to get to some type of end result and a need for y'all hold up. I'm sorry. And a need for us to kind of uh, pay attention to what's happening as we're trying to make something happen. Okay. So a lot of very very interesting information coming through for me. So I don't have it in me to do the full podcast today. And that's why I'm just going to do a really quick read. But I will be going over to our exclusive chat area for those who are part of the Soul Sanctuary Love. And we're going to be talking about quite a few different things, an energy update. And that's an exclusive access area. So unless you're part of the Soul Sanctuary Love, you won't be knowing what we're talking about. The energy update, it's intense. It's very intense, and honestly, I think it helps to explain why I've been injured. I think it helps to explain what my injury is about, but I'll go over it in the exclusive chat area. All right. Almost ready. So there's something that you guys want, and I'm assuming you want it really bad, and you want it to happen. You want to make it happen as quickly as possible. Maybe it's become very difficult to wait for this outcome that you've been hoping for, whatever that outcome is. It's been very difficult. It's been a challenge, and it's been something that's really been causing you to struggle with the decisions that maybe you've made. Maybe this is something like business where you had to give up certain potentialities. Maybe you had to give up certain lifestyles in order to be able to pursue whatever opportunity you thought you should pursue. And now, since things didn't pan out as quickly as you were hoping, things are getting kind of intense, and maybe you're getting a little bit nervous about decisions you've made. Let's see what the message is. So, power in reverse, this sense that you are losing personal power. And, that sense of losing personal power could absolutely cause you to feel as though like you made the wrong decision. It could cause you to feel as though that maybe you should change your mind and do something else instead. For some of you, you might need to change your mind and do something else instead. But for others of you, it's sort of this holding phase, this stage in your development where the progress isn't as obvious, but that doesn't mean there isn't progression taking place. And as you progress through this, a lot of what you're working for is going to kind of be brought to the forefront. You're going to see results to what you're doing, right? Hi, Aaron. So healer in reverse. Whatever this is, it's causing you to feel as though your old wounds are coming back up to the surface, and your power is diminishing. You're feeling maybe very unstable, destabilized, like you don't have very many options, and all of these really like intense emotions. And so what's happening is you're being tested. It's almost like a trauma induced secretion, where the feeling of experiencing something traumatic or experiencing something that triggers old traumas to rise to the surface, that's what's causing an influx of frequency. Don't think that just because you seem to not be making progress, that there is no progress being made. A lot of the growth that occurs for seeds occurs beneath the surface. Uh, Hold up. Sorry, guys. Hey, was that you? Okay, bye. Hi. I just had to make sure that I did not feel some type of home invasion. Your girl's paying attention. I'm saying, I'm paying attention. That was crazy. Anywho, yep, again, it's this sense of disappointment, lack of fulfillment, um, triggering of old traumas, old insecurities, things like that, destabilizing you. You guys, I hope you can receive what I'm about to say. Whenever my life has gone the way of these four cards, this lack of healing, lack of power, this destabilization, lack of fulfillment, whenever my life has gone this way, I am right at the cusp of achieving something tremendous. Okay? Oh, I love you, Aaron. Okay, so you guys are probably all wondering what the hell was going on with me yesterday. I'll just share, just so I don't want you guys to worry. So my so your hips are not fused. You have the sacrum in the middle. It's like kind of like an upside down triangle, almost heart shaped wedge of bone, and then you have your two pelvic bones that come from that. That gives you your waist, right? Um, One of my pelvic bones dislocated from my sacrum. And I'm just like, motherfuckers, I'm not playing today. Anyone tries to access my energy, I just don't give a fuck today. Just as a disclaimer, because every day there's at least 2 or 3 people who join the live stream who try and access my energy and just do stupid shit. That's what that was about. I'm okay. I have my waist trainer on. So everything is being held in place. And that's kind of what I wanted to touch on in the exclusive chat, is what I believe this injury is about, because that's not an easy bone to dislocate. And yesterday during the reading, and I couldn't quite understand why I felt so raw and emotional about the things that I was talking about, and why those things even came up. To be honest, like, those things should not have come up in that reading, but they did. And I was trying to understand after the reading. And it was this thing of realizing how some of the energies of the collective whole have been shifting, and that was part of the process. So it's this thing of like, I understand that injury has a lot to do with, not just my sacrum, but sacral chakra stuff and collective energy stuff. Like the stuff that I'm going to talk about in the exclusive chat after this. Okay, so part of the reason I can't do the podcast today, I can't sit for that long. Even with my back brace on, I have to make sure that I can sit for the proper amount of time and then do the exclusive chat afterwards. And I couldn't guarantee that I could do that. So I didn't want to be, very deep into a podcast and then just randomly tell Ocean Lover, like, girl, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just do a quick read so that way I can let the ministry members know. Meet me over in the exclusive chat area on the website. And I got a lot of things I got to talk about with you guys, because there's a lot of things that are shifting, pushing to make things happen quick, fast. That's what's happening with the collective energy. And the pushing, all of that is causing these 4 cards to be experienced. This lack of power, lack of healing, lack of stability, and lack of fulfillment, And you guys, I consistently am injured. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, so I don't produce the proper proteins and collagen and stuff like that to secure my tendons, and that's why I have to lift heavy in a very proper manner, because it creates more stability for my tendons. That's why I lift heavy. People think I lift heavy to grow an ass, and no, like I need the ass to stabilize my pelvic girdle. So it had nothing to do with me injuring myself because I'm trying to increase the mass of my glutes. That's why I need glute mass, to keep my pelvic girdle securely intact. So, but yeah, I didn't mean to worry you guys. I just didn't want to talk about it and then people be trying, because sometimes when people hear that I'm injured, that's the more they'll try and go for the injury. And it's like, you're not going to deal with me if you try and harm me when I'm compromised. I'm trying to do you a favor. You're going to deal with my twin. You don't want that. I'm just saying, you don't want that. You really don't want that. Not when he's in protective mode, especially. So I was just trying to do people a favor and it's fine though. But a lot of what's going on has to do with these opportunities that are being created, right? Like you're going through this and it's like this thing of entering into a space of creation while being protected. You are protected as you go through this. You absolutely are. This perception of not having the proper support and the proper this and the proper that, it's a perception. And you don't always perceive accurately. For many people, we don't perceive accurately. For many of us, she said, I might just show y'all my booty progress. Who knows? I might show you in the exclusive chat. Just meet me at the exclusive chat. Let me just. I gotta. My fucking rib is cramping. Oh, because I was laughing too hard. Oh my God. Okay, we good. We good. Melba. I mean, my booty don't jiggle jiggle. It really doesn't. I don't have enough fat in my butt. I don't have one like that. Those are gorgeous, but my butt's not like that. I either have to lift heavy and it becomes like this boop, or it's nothing at all. There's just no in betweens. So fertility, protection, and then passion. Entering into this space of being very, very passionate about what you are creating for yourself, right? Now, a lot of the fear, a lot of the unknowns have to do with trying to contain and cleanse something that you're not even really fully sure it's about, right? Like you're not fully sure of what you're experiencing. You're not fully sure uh, what the meaning is behind what you're experiencing, but you're trying to avoid, you're trying to control, you're trying really, really hard to understand. Or maybe you're not even trying to understand. I think maybe for some of us, we're not trying to understand. We're actually trying to just shot call things, right? Excuse me. Regardless of what phase you're in and what you do within that phase, you're going to go through this awakening, this increase in your awareness of the process that you're actually in, and making sure that the process that you're in and your awareness is aligned with the reality, right? You have to be aligned with the reality of what you are trying to achieve. There's just like this influx of energy. A lot of things are shifting. Like a lot of things are shifting right now. There's a lot that is shifting right now, and whatever is shifting is causing like micro changes within the trajectory of your learning and your growth and what you can achieve. For some of us, these micro changes are like jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. They're jiggling you, jiggle, jiggle. They're jiggling you and causing you to rise to the surface, kind of um, like the butter rising to the surface and leaving the buttercream at the bottom, right? It's kind of like that. So for some, it's like you're rising to the surface, the upper echelon of something, or you're kind of like the cream of the crop. And for others, this jiggling, 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 it's causing you to fall beneath, between the cracks and beneath everyone else. Which one are you? Which direction are you going? I think that's the thing that might be scary for some of us is um, we don't know which direction we're going. We could potentially be kind of in the middle right now, but I don't think that's going to last for very long. I don't think that's going to last very long. I think for a large majority, you're going to become very destabilized. If you can't take in what this reading is about and figure out how it applies to you, um, or if you refuse to, there's this potentiality that you're part of the group that's going to kind of filter between the cracks and sink to the bottom. Gosh. So let's do this. I want you to kind of just breathe very deep and very slow, and just pay attention to the way your body feels, okay? There's going to be sensations that you feel in certain areas of your body. I'm not doing anything. I'm just asking you to pay attention. So, pay attention to the way your body feels for a few seconds and then kind of let me know where you're feeling it and what you're feeling. Okay. Chest anxiety feeling. I feel it in my chest as well. I feel it kind of this effervescence to it. It's like bubbling up. I feel it like going into my throat, just bubbling up. Um, and then I feel it kind of the back of my head. I feel it kind of going up towards the top of my crown. you know, Are any of you feeling it lower in your body? And I kind of want to put this disclaimer where if you are feeling it lower in your body, that means you're being given advanced knowledge that you're needing to really, really put effort so that you don't fall. You don't go between the cracks and fall. You know what I mean? So it's this thing of like, the lower it goes in your body, the more it's about you needing to find a way to survive this period, right? And then if you are feeling it higher up, this is about you needing to prepare for your success. Now, this doesn't mean some of us are more loved by creation than others. This just means you are being given advanced fucking knowledge. Do something with it. Do something with it. Seriously, if you were just going to sit there and be like, well, I don't know. I don't know. This is just weird. All right. All right. But, but Emmy, what? What? But Emmy, what? But you got to tell us what to do. Uh, I'm already telling you. Do something. You got to do something with it. Okay. If you are waiting for crypto stuff to kind of pan out, that's on pause. That's on pause. Sit on it. Just sit on it. Let it ride all the way through. Sit on it. Pretend like it doesn't exist. Just sit on it. That's my perception. That's my opinion. I don't know if you should listen to me, but that's what I'm doing. Sit on it. Let it do whatever the fuck it's doing. I don't care. I still have the amount of shares that I have. That's not going to disappear. Put in a cold wallet. Not a hot wallet, a cold wallet. Shove it all in a cold wallet, let it sit, let it ride. And that's your insurance. Just leave it. Just leave it. And for others, it's this thing of um this is stuff I can't talk about on the live stream. There's going to be things that challenge you. Okay. Those who are neurodivergent, you need to begin utilizing your neurodivergency. You think like there is no box because there is no box. That means you have the capacity to find a solution for every single circumstance that you could ever face easily if you want. But if you don't want, you're just going to sit on it and you're going to stagnate and you're going to allow things to happen to you. And then you're going to wonder why bad things always happen to you and blah, 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 blah. You know, it used to happen to me. Really fucked up shit used to happen to me. I tell you why. Because I didn't want to believe the advanced knowledge I was being given. And then I would sit on it and be like, well, let's just see. Let's see what happens. And it always played out the way I saw. Many neurodivergents have precog abilities. They're precogs. They're precogs. That means they have access to future events, knowledge of those future events. How far forward you can go is really contingent on how aligned or misaligned you are. So when you're being given advanced knowledge of something, do you just sit on that? Or do you apply this advanced knowing and allow yourself to be buoyed by it? Because that's what the cream of the crop is. It's buoyed. It's floating on top of the ocean of people who maybe they're not neurodivergent. I'm hard pressed to believe that there isn't at least 50 or 60% of the population at this point that is neurodivergent. If you have any type of psychological psychological conditions, if you've struggled with cycles of depression, anxiety, if you have ADHD, OCD, schizophrenia, all sorts of these different things, if you are autistic, if you're on the autism spectrum, if you have Asperger's, all of these different things, that is evidence of your neurodivergency. It is not a pathology to me. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm not bound by their oaths and their bullshit. Don't get me wrong, I have the capacity to be a phenomenal fucking doctor and surgeon. I could have specialized in so much shit. It's amazing. I love learning about the human body, anatomy, physiology, pathology, microbiology. All this fucking shit just fascinates the absolute bejeezers out of me. But here's the thing, I refuse to be bound by their limitations. And so I didn't finish by choice. Not because I couldn't hack it, because I promise you, I still take courses for my personal enrichment. I don't need evidence of what I've accomplished. I know what I'm capable of. Neurodivergents are capable of just as much as I am. The difference between me and you is that in my neurodivergency, during childhood, I did not have babysitters. I basically raised myself. I had no interference from limited adult perception. And so I'm evidence of what happens when you allow a child to lead their growth. And that's the difference. And because I didn't have anyone to tell me these types of things, what ended up happening is when I grew older, I was less inclined to listen to other people's bullshit. Like if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. You're not going to force me to agree to anything. You're just not. Are you gonna punish me by excluding me? Bitch, I've been excluded my whole life. I don't care. You know, even when I'm accepted into a group, I feel very much the odd one out for most groups. Literally, you guys, this group right here is the only group where I felt so at home that I could actually be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only group. This is the only group where it's like, you know, I don't want to disappoint you guys because I love you guys, not because I feel obligated, not because I have to do some type of prepayment in order to be allowed to exist in your space. um, ooh, I just got this message. How are you feeling? It's an email, automated email. How are you feeling though? Have you kind of taken stock of that? Have you taken stock of how you feel right now? How your decisions have affected you? How, I don't know. I don't know. So much information like flooding in, like so much information flooding in. This is an opportunity that I promise you, you don't want to miss out on, okay? If you feel the sensations lower in your body, you're being encouraged right now to begin preparing. So, some of the things you can do to begin preparing, learn how to grow your own food, because if you don't have the money to purchase food, you can always grow it. Okay? You could do that. Um, Easy as microgreens. It doesn't matter if you don't have a backyard or plenty of space. You can grow things in front of windows in your home, unless you're living in a cell block. You know what I'm saying? You got no windows. You know, you can grow things in buckets. They just have to be food grade. Other things you can do. Um, and it's not necessarily about saving enough money, because if that money is losing value, then no matter how much enough for you to eat, it's not going to be enough for you to be able to secure food, right? Learning how to can. Fucking I can't talk about this. You see what they do? Do you see what they do? They restrict what you can talk about so that everyone is left unaware. Promise y'all, talking about this after this live stream. Private servers. Talking about it after this live stream. We go through the whole shebang. We will go through the whole shebang. I will give you plenty of information. For those of you who know, there's plenty of information already archived, and you can see it, miscellaneous archives. You just go right in there and you pick and choose what type of information you want or need. For those who are part of the ministry, go check it out. It's available to you guys. It's available to you. You know how much is in there? I want to say maybe over 300 nuggets. All sorts of information for all sorts of continents, all sorts of, I can't. Let me just move forward. Michael says to move forward. Okay. Again, fulfillment in reverse. So there's a lot of energies that are being pushed so that you become more and more frustrated with a lack of fulfillment because you're putting a lot of effort into something, but nothing is actually, it seems like nothing is panning out. Mm-mm. 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 This I was not expecting the reading to get this intense. The playfulness is diminishing. Your willingness and your ability to continue playing along, it is greatly diminishing, and it should. You should become impatient with the BS that's happening. It is not, I don't know what this woman was talking about, but I had scrolled through TikTok for a few minutes this morning, just because, like, I don't know. I was just like trying to wake myself up. And I decided to do that through scrolling on TikTok. And I just saw a bunch of horrible shit, bunch of horrible, horrible things. I don't want to touch on it, but my heart goes out to the women of Iran. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. But next thing you know, there's this live stream that's playing. I didn't enter into it. Someone was doing nails, and she's talking about with the number of kids that she has, that'll be about $3,000 that she receives, and she is down to take free money. And I was like, oh God, is there like a new state-based rebate type thing that's happening where they're giving us free money, they're giving us stimulus checks or whatever the hell they're calling? That's not free money. We all pay for that. It's not free money. It's bribe money to, okay, fuck. Let me, Michael goes, I get so annoyed with the limitations that are consistently placed upon what I can and cannot say. One day, I'll be able to freely share the archived information in my brain. You have no idea of how much information is archived in my brain. One day I will. Not today, but one day I'll be able to share it publicly. The amount of control that's exerted upon all peoples is sickening. It's absolutely sickening, and all the neurodivergents need to get the fuck up. You need to get up because they can't usurp your processing capacity. They can't. They're incapable. Do you know what computers are modeled after? It's not the human brain. It's the neurodivergence brain. Being able to process on a multi-dimensional level. It's kind of hard to anticipate what a neurodivergent will do because you don't know. You don't know from where they pull the information, to what degree, what level of intensity, right? So, Michael says, I've already said too much and I'm at risk. Well, fucking do something then, Michael. Do something about it. This is what I was tasked to do, right? Be publicly visible, be witnessed by random people with no edits, no censoring, no none of that. I'll consider it. He says until the world is ready and the stage is prepared, we're not allowed to do something about it yet. Whatever that means. Something will be done. I'm not sure what, but I am eagerly anticipating it, wishing that a motherfucker would. I'm just wishing that a motherfucker would. So I'm just considering, he's like, what are you considering? I'm just considering how compliant I want to be in this moment. I'm just, I'll behave, whatever. The oath. There was an oath that was taken. It's an oath in reverse. An oath to uphold and sustain the process of feeding the inverted matrix. We're existing in an inversion. Hope in reverse. There are things that seek to remove your sense of hope. And that's why neurodivergency is so potent, because when you're neurodivergent and you embrace that, you don't need hope. You don't need faith. You ripen in a state of gnosis. You enter into gnosis, which is a knowing. Yeshua was neurodivergent. He was a quantum neurodivergent. You're being asked to release, release, release. It's time for you to betray your obedience to the system. Why are you obedient to the system that continues to oppress you? Why? Why do you have obedience to that? There was this experiment that was done very long time ago, right? So they took a whole bunch of monkeys and they put them in this outdoor enclosure. It was huge. This huge outdoor enclosure had a huge structure in the center. I don't remember if it was a tree that, like a fallen tree that the monkeys could use or what, or if it was a ramp or something. But there was this structure in the center of the enclosure that led to an opening on the roof, on the ceiling of the enclosure. So the monkeys could run up that structure and escape. Okay. Nothing was stopping them from escaping. So here was the experiment. Whenever a monkey would jump onto the enclosure to escape, they would take a high power hose and hose down all the other monkeys, not the one that's trying to escape, but all the other monkeys that were minding their own business. After a time, the other monkeys were conditioned to police themselves. So anytime one of them would get on that structure to escape, all the other monkeys would attack the one that was trying to escape. They no longer needed the water hose because the monkeys were successfully programmed to limit each other. Sounds like society. Sounds like society. I'm not a fucking monkey. I'm a Homo sapien. I don't have a tail like that. Are you a monkey? Are you one of those monkeys? Not even a primate, just a monkey. Right? Just an obedient monkey. Is that what you are? Because that's what they're conditioning you to believe you are. That's what they're conditioning you to believe that you are. If you are not one of those monkeys, you need to stop acting like you are. You have to stop being so mother freaking obedient to the mandates and the dictates and all of that. All of that. Strength. Sorry. Strength. Strength in reverse. What's happening right now is your strength is being challenged, and it's in that challenge that you are learning just how strong you actually are. Okay. It says go ahead, put 2 baskets out. Bitch, I'll put 3. I'm saying. Okay. A lot of what's going on has been absolutely manufactured. Okay. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because the moment I begin to say something that is of any type of value to the general population, you tell me that, and I'm sick and tired of hearing you tell me what I can and cannot say. So they're trying to diminish your strength because they see you're no longer a fledgling. That's what this is about. You've entered into a state where you're no longer a tweener. You're stepping into your full sovereignty. And because of that, you're becoming more and more difficult to control. Leave your self-worth intact. Leave your self-worth intact. I promise you it will be worth it. Do not compromise yourself. Do not compromise your perception just to better fit in. Okay? Mm-hmm. Makes sense. They're trying to limit you. They're trying to um, they're trying to very much trigger your emotions, so that way you feel even more limited. You feel like you have no options. You begin to compromise your vision for, temporary stability. If it's temporary, then it's not actually stability. I don't know if you know that. Like, if you're going to do something that goes against your integrity so that you can be stable for 2 weeks, that's not stabilizing you. Because we've all kind of been programmed, most of us most of us have been programmed that once you have money, you're going to spend it. So, like, these stimulus checks is not going to stabilize you, because you're going to be like, well, I got a little bit extra. You're going to spend until you don't have. So, my logic is, if I'm going to spend until I don't have, you best believe I'm going to spend on things that are going to carry me over. Yep. That's what I will spend on. I will not spend on non perishables. I will spend on ways that will help me to continue to grow the food that I want or need. You see the difference in that? You're still going to spend, though, because it is very, very rare for a person to have the logic of, I'll be able to invest this and grow this by X amount within this many months. Like, most of us don't have any fucking idea about finances. Investment versus savings. Savings is bullshit, because when the value of money decreases due to inflation, that's not worth as much. Your money depreciate. Okay. I'm irritated now. I'm at a point where I'm self-worth. Hold on to your self-worth. Hold on to your self-worth. Allow that to kind of just ripen. Allow yourself to become so super duper aware of your capabilities that you don't feel limited in your existence anymore. That you don't feel like you only have X, Y, and Z as options. Like, the bottom of the barrel are your options. That's not true. That's not true. Those are not your only options. In case you were wondering, XYZ is at the end of the alphabet. That means you have 23 more options based strictly on the alphabet. You want to add alphanumeric, depending on the combinations. I mean, good God. Oh my gosh, the potentiality for that is through the roof. Shadow self in reverse. They're trying to make you feel upside down within your shadows because they're trying to disconcert you. They're trying to make you feel very, very upside down in your life. They're trying to take away the balance that you're trying so hard to establish. They're trying to make you feel like you're somehow ungrateful. You combat that with unconditional love for the self. I will tell you right now, being upset when someone upsets you is not for a lack of gratitude. Being angry when someone disrespects you, brings drama into your life, that's not being ungrateful. Let us correct our perception and definition of what gratefulness actually is. I can give you fucking attitude like no other and still be able to honestly say, I live with a grateful heart. Because I do. Just because I have an appropriate response for the things that, are designed, intended to piss me off, to destabilize me, does not mean I do not have a grateful heart. I can be pissed about the people who try and enter into our community, who have malignant intentions towards me, who think they can use me and be disrespectful to me. I can be fucking pissed off about that and still very much simultaneously have the depth of gratitude in my heart for all of you. I'm not limited. I don't just feel one feeling at a time. I'm a neurodivergent. I'm capable of an entire gambit of emotions that can exist harmoniously, synergistically, simultaneously. They try and limit you by saying you can only feel one thing at a time, because if you feel more than one thing at a time, then you're crazy. No, I'm advanced. I am quantum. Stick to your linear bullshit, because I promise you'll never understand me. And sometimes we just got to tell people that kind of shit. Like, honey, please just stop trying, because you're never going to understand me. You lack the capacity, right? You lack the capacity. I know it's easier for you to kind of diminish me by saying that I'm just crazy. That's cute, because I promise you, in due time, you'll be back singing my praises and saying how I'm just so like, oh my gosh. And none of that will matter to me, because I'm not here for you. I'm here for the people who are just like me, neurodivergence and pushed out of society. How many of you are neurodivergent and pushed out of society? How many of you? How many of you know? Better question, because most of you are probably going to be like, how do you tell? You resonate with me? Do I say things and you're like, oh my God, yes. Like I couldn't find a way to say it. You said everything that I was trying to communicate. Like, yes, all of that. How many of you? Yeah. You're neurodivergent. Yes. Neurotypical people, they do not understand me. They do not appreciate me. They think I'm full of shit. They think I'm a liar. They think I'm crazy. They think I'm hokey pokey, all of that. Don't worry, bitches. I'll still save you one day. Don't worry, my typical bitches. I will still make sure you eat when I'm in a position to feed. Right? You won't have to starve. See, I'm not neurotypical. I won't only feed those who are just like me. This is what neurotypical people do, right? I won't only feed them. I'm a mother through and through. I will. I will feed you too. I'll probably talk shit to you, put you in your place, because I don't like misbehaved little brats, right? Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry though. I won't let you starve. No one has to starve. Many of you, most of you who regularly join me, you're a neurodivergence. Okay. If you find yourself again having psychological struggles, whether it is depression, anxiety, panic disorders, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, if you've struggled with psychological things for any length of time, you are technically neurodivergent. It's not a pathology. It means the way you process information diverges from the typical type of brain processing. That's all that means. That's all that means. Mother Earth, we're going to change things. We're going to change them very, very soon. It's time for change. I'm ready for it. Huh. Patience. Fucking Michael. I'm like, I'm ready for it. And the very next card, patience. So I'm being told to have patience for the process that we are all in. We are all part of this process. We are all going through varying stages, varying stages. Get questioned about how I get to my conclusions all the time. Lucy. Get questioned about how I get to my conclusions all the time. Doesn't matter how I got there. It worked through it. I worked through it. Didn't I? I love it. I love it. New dimensions in reverse. This has to do with phase locking, attempts to phase lock. It has to do with parasitic galactic lineages. It has to do with things I can't talk about in this live stream. All right, judgment and clarifier. So a judgment was issued, a decree was released from creation. We will begin to get clarification on what this means. Things are moving forward in a way that is just these cycles, they're in reverse. A lot of the things that you are participating in unknowingly, right? You're participating in these things that feed the reverse matrix. They feed the inversions that we have been placed within. Now, it's like this is me clapping with one hand. There's things I want to say that I'm just, oh, okay. We'll gain clarity soon. Self acceptance does not include betraying yourself. Self acceptance has nothing to do with you betraying your self worth, your needs, your integrity, or any of that. It has nothing to do with any of that. So, the question is, do you know your self worth? I can't use a story, Matthew, because there are those who watch who are part of other. It's stupid for me to pretend like I don't know, though. It's like really stupid for me to pretend like I don't know. I know you watch me and you track what I say to make sure that I stay in compliance and I don't release information that should not be released. And I understand I'm on fucking lists. I've been on lists my whole fucking life. I really don't give a shit what list I'm on. So, even using a hypothetical story is admission of how much I actually know. So, that's not going to work for me. That's just not going to work for me. I'm over here just stimulating my crown so I can get this reading done with. I have to go to the exclusive chat already. Blu-ray Awakening, you're going to be realizing quite a few different things. So what did Jesus tell? He told stories. He used parables. And then what happened? All right. When the world is ready to accept the information, I won't need to use parables or stories or any of that. I can just blurt out blunt ass truth. Truth so blunt you can roll that bitch up and smoke it. Until then, I'll be a good little fucker. Shedding cycle. Shedding cycle. We're in a cycle of shedding all of those old identities that were never us to begin with. These old identities that we identified as because we had no clear indication of who we are, right? They get you before you even have the opportunity to begin exploring who you are. Fresh out of high school, you have to go to college. And guess what? Now that you're in fucking massive amounts of debt, you will have to forever work the rest of your life to pay that off. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Just saying. Just saying. You know why they couldn't control me? Because I chose to continue to learn for free. Are you aware there are programs where you can audit Ivy League colleges? I could have the same education as someone who is now $300,000, $400,000 in debt. I can have the same education. Yes. Yes. Are you aware? Before I dropped out completely, I was attending UC Berkeley. And because I didn't attend the full-on physical campus, I was able to take distance courses for a very discounted price and still receive the credit from UC Berkeley. Bitches, I had a 4.0. Not even joking. Loved it. Loved it. It was like the highlight of my day when we would get more homework. I fucking loved it. I remember one time I messaged my physics my physics professor, and I was like, Mr. So and so, I'm not sure that I fully understand the information to the degree that I would like to understand these concepts. Could you please advise on additional work that I could do to better understand to the degree that I want to understand? Motherfucker told me, you understand it perfectly fine. You have a 99% in the class. Where's that 1% at, motherfucker? You 1 point short. And I asked him, do you offer extra credit? That's just not acceptable to me. I told him that's not acceptable to me. How can I earn that 1 point? because I would like to be no less than 100. He said no. He said he only does that for students who are truly struggling. Bitch, I just told you I'm struggling with seeing 99 instead of 100. I'm struggling with that. It was amazing. I loved it. I took physics, anatomy, chemistry. God, my memory sucks. I took 4 classes all at one time, and it was like an accelerated course. And he's just like, he was like, I'm sick of your shit, girl. Stop fucking messaging me for more because he had to correct it, right? He's like, stop. What? And while I was taking all of those, I was doing a separate program to become a certified, what are they called? Herbologist? Herbalist. An herbalist. Yeah. I'm just saying. You don't prove how intelligent you are based on what school you go to. All that does is prove how compliant you can be. That's all that proves. And the herbalist program, I was taking that for personal enrichment as well. I'm just saying. I'm saying, So receiving sigil, you're going to be receiving quite a bit of your truth, but it won't be allowed to fully enter until you can dispel that darkness that's holding space within your field. You allow too much of the bullshit to exist within your field, and that's why you don't have any space for the goodness to enter. Okay. So card number 9, Uranus. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. And that's the thing. That is the thing. If you give too much information too quickly, people tend to not forgive you for that. They tend to feel their own insecurities on display, as though you achieving things and knowing more is somehow the equivalent of you saying they know less. No, it's not. Understanding your worth and your capacity, your capability is not the same as you degrading someone else to give yourself value. Those are two very separate, very, very separate actions. So with the Uranus and Genius, it's a Tower card: change, revolution, shocks, genius, technology, alternative lifestyles. It's about rapid changes, shocks, jolts, sudden transformations, the unexpected revolution. Oh, shit. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to put it on the screen. You see that? Because it's time. It's time. Just saying. Card number 5, Mars, Force. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. This card suggests there's something you may have to fight for. This card also means to push back in terms of defense. You may either face aggressive situations with a need to confront or defend, or an intense, rousing sexual encounter, which may or may not involve romance. Mars indicates overwhelming attractions. All right. Right now, action is needed. It's not a good time to sit back and wait. You're being challenged to protect your interests or move ahead quickly on something. What did I say in the beginning? Right? When I asked you to feel and pay attention to where on your body you're feeling. What did I say? You're either being given advanced knowledge in order to properly prepare yourself to weather some type of storm, or you're being given confirmation that you will be fine through this storm and to mentally, emotionally prepare to receive the successes that are rightfully yours, right? This card infers that a fire has been lit under the passions and it's time to achieve what you want in life. At least you're being shown a clear path. You're being told in advance, you know? You're being told in advance right now how this could potentially play out for you. And I can't say that it's going to play out the same way for each of us. Each of us has a very distinct path that we need to allow ourselves to traverse. And I think for most of us, we're afraid to know what that path actually is, because then it gives us the opportunity to make it very tangible, very real. And when it becomes something tangible, then we can't pretend that we don't actually know. A formidable competitor has just arrived on the scene. Oh. This ties into what I want to share for the exclusive chat. Has to do with angels and demons. let's just put that out there. I received quite a bit of information. It has to do with angelic and demonic events. That's what the exclusive chat's going to be about. So again, this Mars card is about struggles, challenges, the military, law enforcement. Events that roar towards you, taking you unaware. Others having battles, other people baiting you, confronting bullies in the family and on the job, defending the position you have earned, losing your head, accidents or other problems due to being in a rush. This is the Emperor card. It's about battles, adversaries, competition, sports events, rushing, and defense. This is the Emperor card. Okay. That's the Emperor card. So, second house owning, card number 26. I kind of got to hurry up, guys. I got to get up soon. Second house owning. Wealth is the ability to truly experience life. We really about to be wealthy. All of us is about to be beyond wealthy. You will own it. That's what it says. There's a Two of Pentacles. It's about what is owned, spending, value, money, business affairs, the building of a home, laying down foundations, recognizing what is valuable. That's what this card is about. That's one of the themes you're going to be swimming through, okay? Recognizing what's valuable. What should you invest in? Your time and your energy and your effort. What are you investing in? Investment versus savings. Savings is about worrying about potential hardship that you might not be able to get through, right? Investing is proactively taking the steps to grow, to expand. Are you simply interested in saving, where you're waiting, you're preparing, and simply waiting for really fucked up shit to happen to you? Or do you want to be an investor where you are taking control of your life? You are taking control of what you will participate in and what you will not. what you will pay attention to. When you pay attention to something, you're paying in your energy and your time. You're never going to get those two things back. La 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 la. Shrek's been on my mind. I'm sorry. Card number 19, Libra, I balance. All my life, my heart has yearned for a thing I cannot name. It's me. I'm joking. It's me. It's me. You're longing for me. I'm joking. Someone's going to take that serious and be like, you're right. No, I was joking. Don't go it alone. Linking up with a partner will serve you best. Okay. So this card is corresponding to the Two of Pentacles. It's about partnerships. Oops. It's about partnerships, balancing the danger and going to the extremes, weighing up both sides to come to the best conclusion, seesawing back and forth, staying in the middle. It's about law enforcement again. Wow. Courts, attorneys, and judges bringing peace and action as a peacemaker, signing contracts, spiritual contracts. No, I will not sign. Merging choices, romance, alliances, mutual support, coming to decisions. Michael says to reiterate this. Wait, what? Oh, God. So, Mars is the card of the Emperor, and Libra, I balance, is about the merging, alliances. It's the secondary message of an emperor will return to form an alliance and a merger. Card number 11, and then I must go. Card number 11. All right. Card number 11, Pluto, transformation. People living deeply have no fear of death. This dwarf planet tends to inspire unwelcome surprises. Pluto can be like a tower collapsing in your life, a life from which you must rebuild from debris and also inspiration. Many things you've relied upon for always being there may suddenly disappear or leave. These are sometimes painful to confront, or they are embarrassing or taboo. It's about destruction, creation, regeneration, passing away of the old and the bringing in of the new. People you know, yikes. People you know passing away, funeral homes, mortuaries, hospitals, sewers, latrines, bathrooms, dumps, graveyards, that which has been buried, decay, hidden or unseen things, ghosts, spirits, dark entities, hauntings, the occult, dark magic, sorcery, tunnels, the underground, vampirism, Gothic culture, weather, the genitals, procreative systems. The lower colon, crossroads, divorce, changes in finances, the culling back of non essentials in life, a twisted outlook, profound rebellion, the colors black, purple, and maroon. It's about transformation, endings, beginnings, new ways, the end of the old, intensity. Intensity. So things are going to continue to intensify. Y'all, go meet me over in the soulsanctuary.love. We're going to have a very, very, very intense conversation. I got to take about 5-10 minutes to stretch myself out, and then I'll be there. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let me kind of just, if you'd like to join us for this chat, you simply go to the soulsanctuary.love and you'll be able to see. All right. Right there. Hold on. Zero 2022. All right. So if you'd like to join us, it's the soulsanctuary.love, the website. Thank you, Lindsay. Here's the website. And I'll be there in about 20 minutes or so. All right. You guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. And if you'd like to support my ministry, if you're in the United States, the recurring contribution is a tax deductible donation. Okay. The recurring contribution is not a membership. It is your agreement, or it's you supporting the ministry, and you can cancel at any time. So that is a tax deductible thing if you're in the US. Okay. So I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.